Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay-Lee. This is Jay-Lee's Corner, and this is our review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 4, Episode 3. Yeah, Season 4, Episode 3. I had to look at my DVR real quick. So, this was first things first. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. If you want to, but you really should. It doesn't cost anything. It just lets you know when I have new content available. So, as I said, if you're wondering, hey, did you post a video for so-and-so's episode? You know, you would be a part of that notification gang. So, please, by all means, subscribe. You can also share my videos on your social media. You can also like the video. You just hit the like button. And you can also comment in the comment section that is below. Just scroll all the way down. As we say, the only rule in the comment section is please be respectful to myself and anyone else who was commenting. So, this episode was good. It was pretty cool. It was a couple of little bullshit moments that I'm going to get into, but we shall see. The episode starts off and we see that Princess is back. Princess Love, who was Ray J's wife. Now, I'm going to be the first person to admit, when Ray J and Princess got married, I thought it was fake. Like, even though it was a real wedding special, you know, and all that good stuff, you know, his sister was there, his mama was there, it was a whole thing. Is y'all really married? Is what I was really thinking. Like, is it just for show? I don't know. But, you know, since that happened, I'm like, no, they really married. And Ray J seems to be better as a married person. And Princess seems to be happier being his wife. So kudos to Ray J and Princess for being married. I just thought it was fake because I'm looking like Ray J is a slut out in these streets. And he always partying. So I didn't see how that would transcend into him being a good ass husband. But hey, she got her husband, so go ahead, Princess. So we see that she is back from their honeymoon. They have been over, I think they said like in London or whatever. He was doing Celebrity Big Brother. And, you know, that's cool. So yeah, she's like, I'm back. And, you know, I'm ready to have babies. As most or some wives want. Some wives, when they get married, they do want to instantly have a family. We also see that Alexis is still in LA, and while we thinking she only there to be, you know, stalking Masika ass about sucking on Fetty Wap and getting pregnant by Fetty Wap, she like, nope, I'm also here for a new man. Some dude named Solo Lucci. Solo Lucci to me look like he got herpes. Like, you know, not even to be funny because herpes is not nothing to play with, Usher. But yeah, he looks a little weird to me. But I'm guessing he probably just he just looks different. Okay? But yeah, she is there with him, and even though they've only known each other a month, look, I'm all for new love. I'm all for you want to meet somebody and you want to be with them. I'm not traveling across city or state lines for men I've known a month. And they are from Atlanta, as she say and as he say, and they in LA together. I'm not coming to LA with a man I've known a month. I don't even know that man blood type. I don't even know what that man, you know, went to college for, if he went to college. I don't know if that man like his socks folded or balled up in the drawer. I don't know none of that stuff. I don't know if he put his dirty drawers in the laundry basket or if he put them on the floor. I'm not moving nowhere with a man that quick. No ma'am, no sir, thank you. But hey, Alexis thinks it's a good idea, you know, after only a month. So they are all at this club for A1 and Lyrica's, I don't know if it was a song release or their record label startup, whatever. What I do know is that A1 was performing a song called Toot That Whoa Whoa. Oh, yeah. I mean, the name of the song is stupid. The beat of the song was banging. Like, I was like, okay, I can get with this. It is definitely a club banger. Like, it's going to definitely play in the strip clubs and the hood clubs. And, you know what I'm saying, it's going to go hard there. So, kudos A1 for at least getting a song on the show that sound like it can be a hit. Let's see if it ever go on the radio. So we see that, you know, he's doing, it was, you know, he performed and he was hyped, the crowd was hyped, and I like when I see Love and Hip Hop and there's someone actually performing for a crowd, and the crowd looks like they're actually enjoying the performance, not like when Hazel-E was performing and people was cheering for fake. I don't like cheering for fake. I like cheering for real. So we go back to we see Princess and Ray and Alexis and Lucci, and Ray is like, well, yeah, I met Lucci in the studio last month with Chris Brown, and and then Princess and how she's got to know Alexis in this past month since she been dating Lucci. You see how they were trying to introduce these characters as if they friends and they're not really friends. So the same amount of time that she been dating this man, y'all been knowing her, and now she on the show. Really? Okay, whatever. So Ray and Lucci like, okay, we gonna go get some drinks. What y'all want to drink? So both Princess and Alexis is like, I want just water. Okay, fine. So the guys walk away or whatnot, and Alexis and Princess having a conversation, and Alexis like, why you only drinking water? What's up? You pregnant? And she's like, well, no, I'm trying to get pregnant, so I'm late on my period by a month, so I want to, just be safe. My tattoo is itching. I just want to be safe, cautious or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. Cause I'm late too, about a month. Bitch, what? First of all, how y'all both late a month? Okay, but y'all both late a month. Whatever. Princess, I get, cause you married. That's your husband. Y'all trying to get them babies out the way. Alexis, you should not be a month late on your period, and it's a man you only been messing with for a month. Point blank, period. How y'all even out in these streets raw dogging after a month? Who has raw sex with a man? And can't nobody tell me that they think they late because the condom broke. No. Nope, I don't trust it. You out here raw dogging with somebody and you got pregnant. Ladies, don't be out here having unprotected... Y'all see Usher out here burning hoes, and you have us out here having unprotected sex with people you only know in a month. Don't do it. Don't do it. So she's saying, yeah, I'm nervous because, I don't know him. We only been talking for a month, and you a month late. We ain't gonna talk about that. And she's saying that because he has baby mama drama, and she doesn't really want to be involved in that, and he can't handle the baby mama plus her, so she's nervous. What you should be nervous about is that you was fucking some man a month ago, and now you're a month late. Yeah, that's just stupid. Anywho, so we see that whole scene. Next we have A1's mom and Lyrica's mom. Now I know on the Love and Hip Hop shows, there's always the ghetto mamas, and one way or another, we got Mama D, we got Rashida mama, Deb Atney and all that stuff. Nobody takes the cake more than A1 mama and Lyrica's mama. Both A1 mama twerking with some goddamn purple hair, and she got a few teeth missing. I don't care what nobody say, she had a few teeth missing. And well, no, that's not, I can't say stuff like that. That's not nice, because she's an older woman, and when you get older, sometimes you lose your teeth. But you can't be out here with no teeth and a purple wig and spandex on. Like, it's the combination of it all that kind of got me thrown off. You on here with missing teeth and a couple of gold teeth too, and a purple weave and like a spandex bodysuit, and you somebody's mama. You got to be at least in your... They mama in her, if not in her 50s, she may be 60. You know what I'm saying? I just need you to get it together, the mamas of the two. But Lyrica is saying how she does not want A1 working with other female artists on the label that he's starting. And I don't know why women who has a man in the industry who's a producer would then say, I don't want you working with other female artists. That's stupid. You should want your man, unless your man is a hoe in these streets and you don't want him out here hoeing, catching herpes or catching chlamydia or catching whatever disease that he catch out here messing with them hoes. You should not pigeonhole him and be like, I don't want you working with any other female artists. That's stupid. You should want him to have the best artists. You should want him to be able to make money for your family. And if you hold him back by only working with male artists, that's stupid. Because, you know what I'm saying, let him do both. As long as you trust that man and he really about his business, he ain't studying them females. He trying to bring money home to your household. So for me, I'm like, that show that she's one thing, she's immature and she's petty. Okay? Because if my man had a record label, you can work with females. Because what they gonna know is I'm your wife, and I'm gonna be right by your side, helping you run the business. So they would have too much respect for us as a business couple and as a couple in general to cross that line. And if they did cross that line, then they gonna get what they got coming. You know what I'm saying? But Lyrica, like, she just, she just not with it. And it does come off mad jealous. It doesn't come off as she trying to play it as if, well, I don't think you should have any female artists, until my project is done. Your project might not be popping, mama. People might not be checking for you as much as you think they should. And it doesn't mean that if he puts in time to someone else that he doesn't believe in you. But you should want to help him build a business for you, your family, and everything. And that might not be built on your voice, no matter how good it may, could, should, or would be. So yeah. But he's like, whatever. So that conversation kind of just ends where it is. We then see Tierra Marie, who's saying that she's back. Her case is dismissed from last season when she was like facing jail time and stuff like that. That case has been dismissed. So, her career is back on track. What I said when she said that was, Tierra, you're not even in the studio, mama. Like, what career is back on track? And, I remember her song, whatever the song she had with The Rock, years and years ago. But, I do wish she can get her shit together for real and not for love and hip hop. Like, if your career is back on track, be like A1 and be out here putting out these songs. Be like Keisha Cole and be in the studio. You know what I'm saying? You coming back talking about your career on track, but you talking about how you in love with Cisco from Love and Hip Hop New York. Bitch, what? Really? No, thank you. So, yeah, as we see, she's in love with Cisco. She says how they have been dating for about 3 months, and she has been hanging out with him in New York, getting her shit together, getting her life in order, and, trying to be less of a drunk, basically. And, he's also speaking to her. He's like, he thinks she's different. No, they were at dinner. I'm sorry. They were at dinner talking and everything. And this about how he's also saying, he had a whole situation in New York when he got into his friends. We know that's what happened on Love and Hip Hop New York. But he's happily in love with Tierra as well. He feels like she's different. He feels like she gets him and she knows him. And he feels open to talking with her and being with her, which is absolutely beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But everyone knows that first 6 months is the lovey-dovey stage. And I'm just hoping they are both, as adults, are aware of what's really going on. So, he also says how, what I thought was great was, he did say how, he was stabbed years ago. He had to have surgery on his back. So he has like a spinal cord situation. And sometimes he can't get out the bed. I've seen that happen to people. You know what I'm saying? I was in a car accident, so I've had, different back things happen to me and whatever. So I can't even imagine if I was, a person who was stabbed and then had to have back surgery. Even if you have surgery, you still have pain for like forever. You know what I'm saying? So for him to say, she's there with me and she sees me when I can't even move, and she's there with me. I'm like, well, damn. Okay. That's serious. So I thought that part was really cute, and how he's basically saying how he opened up to her. And that's like letting the person see your vulnerable side. That's your weakness is, your back pain. And we know some guys don't like females, especially new females they date, and seeing them being, weak. So I thought that was really cute. And everything. So yeah, whatever. So it was them at dinner, like, oh, we in love, and I want you to be my friends in California. And he's like, okay. We next see Safari. He's having this coconut oil launch party. Now, Safari, I thought you was a rapper. I thought you was also a producer. You a goddamn coconut oil connoisseur. That's what you do in these streets, trying to make coconut oil. If he like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? You got to make your money some kind of way. Point blank and period. And at his little launch party, he had Chanel West Coast perform. Let me be clear. I don't like her. I don't like her voice. I think it's her voice that aggravates me. I have a thing where when someone's voice kind of irks my nerves, it makes me not like them for no reason. And I know I need to work on that. But I just don't like her voice at all. And she was clearly lip-syncing her performance. The beat sounded nice. I just didn't like her on it. I'm being honest. She might be decent. I'm not sure. I have to see her. I don't know. I don't know how I would like, you know, Coco Chanel, West Coast, the girl from Rob Dyrdek show. Safari liked it though. He thought she was, you know, on stage. She was half naked, you know, gyrating and stuff. And he liked it. He liked, you know, maybe he can bottle it up like some goddamn coconut oil and sell it. Anywho, we see that at this party, this is the same party that Brooke was saying that she was going to go to find Jade, who's going around telling people that she is fucking Marcus. And Jade, no, not Jade, Brooke and Nia Riley, Teddy Riley's daughter, shows up to Safari's coconut oil party right after Chanel is performing. Chanel, best friend, is Jade. So hence the connection of it all. Brooke get there and she's looking for her and they find her. They're looking through like Snapchat or Instagram to find a picture of her. They find her and they spot her in the crowd with Chanel. And they go over to talk to her. And, you know, at first they're like, you know, hey, you know, hi. Because, of course, they're all doing a cast. And then when Jade says that she's Jade, Brooke is like, I need to talk to you. And they're having a little bit of a conversation. And she asked Jade, like, okay, what do you do? You know, legally, what? You give legal advice? And she's like, no, I'm actually a paralegal, and I do things or whatever. And they're like what? And she's like, oh, I do A, B, C's, and D's. And Nia, like, you do divorces too? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, well, like who's divorced? And, I mean, the way they even interrogated her was funny to me. Because my thing is, just come on and ask me what you want to know. This ain't no goddamn interrogation. But they interrogated her anyway. And she does start to say, well, yeah, I did divorce someone. And she's like, well, like who per se? And it's like, you talking about Marcus? Marcus Black? And then she's like, yeah. And Brooke, you know, Jade says, well, yeah, I got him divorced. And, you know, he's divorced, that me and him gonna be together. And Brooke is like, oh, now we getting somewhere. Paralegal girl. First of all, you can't call that girl by her name. Can't call her a paralegal. Anywho, Brooke in her confessional is saying, nah, bitch. Not bitch. Nah, he ain't divorcing to get with you. You got him divorced so he can be with me. First of all, what I'm not gonna do is be on TV fussing and fighting with a bitch over a man that's cheating on both of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't doing that. And I'm also not going to check a girl before I have a conversation with a dude. But I digress. Some people do things differently. So, you know, Brooke is saying to her, well, in her confessional, you got paid in dick. That's all you gonna get. Now go ahead on, because me and him gonna be together. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be together forever. And that's all you gonna, you know, that's all that's gonna happen. So when Brooke is saying to Jade, like, you got the story wrong. You're not gonna be with Marcus. I'm gonna be with Marcus. And Nikki Baby like, well, is you his wife? And she's like, no, I'm not his wife. And then when Jade says, well, who are you? And she's like, I'm his everything. Well, okay, bitch. Claim your goddamn fantasy world with your man forever and ever, who cheating on you with a goddamn paralegal. Even though he already lied to you and said he was divorced and he wasn't divorced. And he was getting divorced. And he was getting divorced with this girl he was also sleeping with. But I digress. Be happy with that man, boo. So, Brooke is just like, well, you know, you ain't nobody, so whatever. And Jay kind of coming back at her with some really good jabs. She's like, I've known him for 12 years. And you basically just a new bitch he just met. So, I don't know who you are. She also saying to her, like, why you coming and checking me and not checking him? Yeah. And she's like, and then also, how you gonna come and, you know, tell me about a man who not even here to defend himself? And she's like, well, he ain't gotta be here because it was just so crazy. But I did like that Jake was saying to her, like, why you coming at me about this when he the one lying to you? You know what I'm saying? Why you coming to me? And then Brooke is just saying to her, like, well, look, I'm just letting you know what it is. You can take it or leave it. And then the girl was kind of raising her voice out a little bit. And she's like, what you getting gangster for? What you getting gangster for? And out of the clear blue sea, here comes Chanel, East Coast, West Coast rival ass. Like, she more white than me. I'm the one that's gangster. Chanel. Calm down, little chihuahua. I mean, she was barking up the tree like, it was just kind of out the blue. And everybody looking like, where that come from? And even to her, like, oh yeah, I thought she was a little quiet white girl. She really gangster. No, she not. No, no, she not. She's loud though, so that it is what it is. But the funny part was, I felt like Chanel was trying to have a scene. I felt like she wanted to have a scene for the show, and she wanted to have a big old argument. And what I liked is that Brooke and Nia basically paid her dust. Looked at her like she was stupid. Like, who are you and why are you yelling? And the one thing that Chanel said back, you look so dumb with a feather in your hand. Okay. And they paid her dust. Like, they didn't, I think Chanel wanted them to argue back with her, because then that would have been her moment of having a scene. And it was like, girl, bye. Like I said, he's my man, deal with that, whatever. And then they left. And it wasn't a scene. Brooke had her scene. Chanel didn't have hers. Chanel, boo-boo, you gotta come harder than that. So yeah. Next we see, well, a little scene or whatever. We do see Zell trying to tell Moniece and Nia about the Masika Howitt situation, where he tried to talk to her about Alexis and it didn't go over too well. And they seem to be like, well, why did you meet with Alexis in the first place? And he basically said, well, she wanted to meet with me, and she's basically saying how, she's trying to talk to Masika. Masika won't, ain't having it. He's like, I was just trying to squash the beef between them, because Masika's beef is becoming our beef, and we ain't got nothing to do with it. And they're like, well, okay, I guess that's cool, but still, you can't meet with the enemy of your friend. And he's like, no, but before I even tell her what happened, she calling me bitches and talking about how she made me and all this craziness. So even Moniece said, well, yeah, if she acted like that, she was wrong. Them dirty ass feet, she was dead ass wrong. So they're like, they're gonna talk to her or whatever. But what I kept noticing is, why does Moniece have them huge fake breasts? I mean, Moniece was a pretty girl the first couple seasons. I don't know why she got those boobs. Are too big for her body. And I have big boobs. I have natural big boobs, so I'm a plus size girl. But her boobs are almost the size of mine, and it does not fit her body like at all. It's just so weird. I get that women want to have breast implants, and by all means, do you, boo boo. But hers were like really big. They look so big. They look big enough to where whenever she's in the scene, they're noticeable. Awkwardly, like they're not cute. Noticeable. Like, oh, she got some really nice tits. It's like, why are her titties so big? Like, it's that weird big tit stuff that I don't know why she went ahead and did that. So Nia then brings up, that was my little sidebar. Nia brings up, how if they got the invitation that Tia Marie sent for them to meet her new man. This is where I had a problem with Nia, because she then said, like, she wants us to meet Cisco, but I think it's our job to tell him about her. No, it's not. When you are meeting your friend's boo for the first time, you're not there to tell them about her flaws and whatever she got going on. You're there to see what kind of person he is. And you're not even there to really judge him and question him and interrogate him. You're there to just see their dynamic, see how they flow, and get a feel for how they are. Because if you question them too much, they're going to get defensive. If you don't question them enough, you don't know shit. And if you tell them your friend's secrets and flaws, you can scare them away. Some like when she's like, we gotta tell Cisco, bitch, no, you don't. I don't know what kind of LA friends you got, but I would never tell my best friend's man any of her secrets ever. And she would never meet anybody with me and tell them any of my. That ain't what we do. You know what I'm saying? Now, once I get to know you and I know that you were there for my friend, if something is going on with her, we would have that conversation. But I'm not gonna meet you and be like, my friend, alcoholic. I ain't gonna do that, because that's not, and she's not really I don't know that lady, but anyway, so that's their thing. Like, they're gonna meet him or whatever. We see in the scene where this part I almost don't even care about. Alexis is meeting with Lucci and basically asking him, how he feel about her, and he like, you solid. I like you. I've never really been public with a girl. I'm public with you. And you know what I'm saying? Because you bad as fuck, basically, because she's cute. Okay, whatever. She then is like, well, I'm glad you said that, because I gotta tell you something. I'm late. And he like, what? And she's like, yeah, I'm mate, so I might be pregnant. And then he like, oh, that's cool. We'll make hella cute babies. You a grown ass man out in these streets. I hope you're not up here thinking that having a baby is a fun thing to do because babies is cute. You know how hard babies are? Do you know how much work it is? Like, that's why Masika ass over there struggling because she got a whole new baby out in these streets. And you out here fun to have a baby with this girl that you don't even know. But, whatever. But again, he's happy. But then she goes into the conversation of, well, okay, if I'm pregnant, you need to handle your baby mama. I guess he has a crazy baby mama who be all on Alexis's social media going at her. Because, of course, him and her are out as a couple on social media. And she's like, I need you to handle that. I need you to get her calm or whatever. And he's like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. And she's like, well, you need to, handle that because she basically be being mean to me. She be stalking me. She be harassing me on social media. Block her. Simple. Block her. And he's like, well, I don't know what you want me to do about it. I'm here for you. You my woman. I'm claiming you. That's all that should matter. And then they arguing back and forth. And she using her hands and he using his hands. And then he like, why you talking to me with your hands? I'm not deaf. I can't read sign language. I chuckled. And then as he getting mad, he talking with his hands. And she like, well, see, now you doing it. He like, well, I'm gangster. First of all, it's just stupid. They arguing over nothing basically because she got mad and left because he couldn't explain to her what he would do to stop his baby mama from, harassing her. Block the bitch and leave it at that. I mean, what did you want? Did you want him to go shoot her? Stab her? What did you want him to do to physically stop her from doing something on social media? Again, childish. So whatever. That part I don't care about. Well, no. There was a scene where Ray Safari is in the studio. Hazel-E was doing a little track or whatever that he had to have her do because he lost that sperm count bet. Him and Safari seems to believe that she's killing it. Me, on the other hand, I was like, no. It wasn't horrible. But it wasn't, what did he say it was? It was a masterpiece. It wasn't a goddamn masterpiece. By far. It was not a masterpiece. It was, I guess it was good for the fact that it was Ray J and Safari doing a beat with Hazel-E. Just like Smurfette and Sleepy Smurf and Funny Smurf, building a house. I don't know. It was stupid. So, that whole thing. Cisco comes in because he's in Hollywood and he's talking with Hazel-E left to go do some made-up shit about a business we know she lying about. And, Cisco and Safari and Ray J are talking. And Cisco admits that he's now dating Tierra. Ray J was like a little shocked, but he's like, Tierra Marie deserves to be happy. Him and Tierra have been over a long time, and he just hoped that Cisco can be the one for her. And, Cisco mentioned, like, we were hanging out in New York for a while. Everything was good. He like, not only back in L.A., things are a little bit different. And they're like, well, what you mean different? He like, well, she just be partying a little bit much. And I think because Ray know that Tierra does have a bit of a partying streak, he's like, look, she's really a good girl. She just needs someone to save her. I don't think save her was the right words to use because Cisco was like, well, I guess whatever. I don't think she needs someone to save her. I think she needs someone to care for her enough for her to save herself. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes it's not about a man saving you. Tierra needs to save her damn self. And I think if she has someone in her corner who truly loves her, she would, put her foot down and, get her drinking under control. So I don't think she needs the captain to save him. I think she needs to be the captain and save her damn self. So that was, a cool little thing that they did. Yes, I thought that was cool for Ray to kind of, even though they had their issues, Ray still wants her to find her happiness. He's found his happiness in his wife, and he still wants her to get that too. So I thought that was cool. We have Brooke, who is pissed because she has now seen Jade, and Jade has said, yeah, she fucking Marcus. So Brooke pops up to a meeting that A1 and Marcus is having, and she's like, A1, I'll need you to leave. So he leave like, all right, something got to be up for a girl to pop up at, to pop up and find someone, and then, basically confront them. And she's like, where's that paralegal hoe? And Marcus was like, who, Jade? And then she's like, I need you to get that bitch here now. Like, right now. Don't tell her I'm here. Just get her here. And, he actually called her and had her come down there. Yeah. So when she walk in, she's like, hey, baby. And he like, hey, what's up? Gave her a kiss on the cheek or whatever. So she sit down on one side, and he sit down on the other side. And as he is about to start talking to her, Brooke walks up. And she's like, okay, I need you to let her know who I am. Well, okay, Brooke. Come through for the one time for your man who cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? Let him know he need to let his other girl know that you his only girl. But anywho, he go into, trying to talk. And then Jade is like, I need you to blink twice if you're being forced to say anything. And he's like, well, ain't gonna be no blinking. What I do like is this. Marcus ain't shit. No. But when Brooke said, put that bitch in her place, let her know who I am, he did that. When the girl said, blink if she forcing you, he was like, ain't gonna be no forcing. And then as he started to talk, he was like, this is the love of my life. I love her deeply. I'm in love with her. I want to spend the rest of my life with her. He, he should have been said that. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have put himself in a situation. But I'm like, okay, Marcus. He stood up for Brooke. And Brooke kind of felt validated. And Jade is shocked. And she's like, so you divorced me? You had me get you divorced so that you can be with her? And he's like, yeah, basically. And, he's like, but I appreciate you for helping me. And she's like, I can't believe that you would do this to me. Because, of course, she's saying they've been knowing each other for 12 years. And they're friends. And she's also saying, like, I thought we were on the same page. And we had something going. And he like, nah, we weren't on the same page. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I wanted. And I'm just like, he really playing her, like, all the way to the left. Like, this not even a Stevie J, Mimi, Jocelyn situation. This at all. You know what I'm saying? He's like, fuck you, diss me, and what me and you had was bold, but I'm trying to be with her. Wow. You still ain't shit, Marcus. But you know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. So Brooke is in the background talking like, no, because Marcus and Jada are talking back and forth, just saying, I can't believe it. I thought this. You ain't think that. Well, I thought that. You ain't think that. And Jay was like, Marcus, this end the whole friendship. And she like, be quiet, mother. Be quiet, mother. And she like, look, my name was Brooke, not Mom. And you know what I'm saying, lower your tone. And she was like, what did she say? They were going back and forth, and then out the blue, Marcus kind of got amped. And he was like, you not my bitch. Never was my bitch, and I'm not your nigga, and you know that. I'm like, damn, Marcus, you just stood up off the couch, talk like she crazy, like, you know what I'm saying, I ain't that, we ain't gonna be that, you wasn't my bitch, ain't gonna ever be my bitch, I wasn't never your nigga. And Brooke in the back, like, I told you. And I'm okay, Marcus, go ahead, Marcus, do what you do, Marcus. And Brooke's like, come on, baby, let's go. And they leave Jay sitting there, and Marcus and Brooke walk off hand in hand. They didn't get outside, and she's like, okay, I'm done with you. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? You know what? And she's like, I just came here to have you ended with her. I wanted to see that John was over, and I'm done with you. And he's like, why didn't you say that in there? Because she played you too. And I was like, okay, Brooke, you smart. Now, see, what she better not do, though, is go back to him in any kind of way. Because then she's stupid. But I like how she played that. She made him dump her. Made the girl feel stupid. And then she still left him alone. So, kudos, Brooke. I think that's cool. We see Princess, and she's saying how Ray is working too much. You know, she wants to have a baby. She wants to have a family. She does admit that she did not have a close or any kind of relationship with her own parents. So she feels like she can start a family and have, a whole new situation going on. And she felt like Ray is working too much and not giving her enough time. She thought that stuff before too. So, it is what it is. She takes a pregnancy test, and of course it comes back negative. And, she goes into the studio where Ray is, and she's kind of crying a little bit. Like, oh my God, we're not pregnant again. What I do like is Ray was very confident. He was very supportive. And he basically said, this is the beginning. We're going to keep working at it. We can't get discouraged. And that's a good thing to say, because sometimes, getting pregnant does take a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some people think it's really easy to get pregnant, but it's not. So I like that he said to her, I'm in this with you. We gonna get this done. And if we can't get it done the regular way, we'll figure out something else to do, and we gonna have this family. So kudos to them. Last two scenes. Lyrica is in the studio, basically. A1 is helping her produce a song or whatnot. And he like, hey, I gotta go to this meeting real quick to meet with this girl. And she's like, I told you that we ain't signing no girl. It's like, well, I set this meeting up before we had a conversation. He goes out into the lobby, and Ty Dolla $ign's sister, I guess, is an artist. And she's starting to kind of try to get into the business, and he wants to sign her. So he had this meeting with her. So he goes out front. He's talking to her. I don't know if that was her manager or her mama, whoever it was. To me, it looked like Nikki Baby's mama, made up in a whole different way. But whatever. But he's talking to her. He's saying, like, I think you're talented. I'm happy that you're starting to get into the business. I would love to sign you, but I can't. And they like, what? Well, why? And he like, well, let's, excuse me real quick. He leaves. He comes back with Lyrica. Sits her down. Like, hey, this is my wife. I want you to tell them why I can't sign them. And they like, what the fuck? It was awkward as fuck. I get that A1 was upset with her for not wanting him to do sign the artist, but that was petty and that was childish. And she basically said, well, yeah, we're not gonna have no females on the label. And the lady was like, well, this is weird because that's not what he was saying. He was talking like he wants to sign her. He wasn't bringing up any other artists on the label. So I'm confused. I feel like we're being torn between whatever y'all got going on. And Ty Dolla $ign's sister was like, I'm confused. Like, I feel like I'm in the middle. And Lyrica then she was like, y'all ain't getting signed. That's it. Yeah. All ghetto. And I'm looking like, bitch, what you hype for? Like, she got mad kind of for no reason, in my opinion. And, A1 then, was like, I'm so sorry, y'all. And they, they left out. And then he like, you were totally out of line. You was rude. You were disrespectful. That's crazy. And she's like, you look thirsty. You look thirsty. And she tossing water on him. Both of y'all look childish and thirsty. Like, y'all ain't gonna get nowhere being dumb and rude to each other. Like, how y'all trying to build a fucking business if y'all can't even coexist and have a business meeting about making some fucking money? Stupid. Last thing that I'm gonna talk about is Tierra has Cisco meet her friends Moniece, Zell, and Nia. And it was a quick scene to where he sat down. Nia just asked, well, do you know that she has, like, drinking issues and stuff? Bitch, really? That's the first thing I'm saying? And he like, yeah, I know, what I'm saying? But I'm helping her. She's kind of keeping it under control. And they're like, well, okay, cool. Then Zell made, like, a little weird comment because Moniece and Cisco was trying to squash their beef of when Cisco called her like a bitch when she was dating Rich. And he's like, yeah, it was a whole bunch of going on at that point, what I'm saying? My bad. And then Zell mentioned something about Cisco crying. And he was like, I wasn't crying. And Zell was like, well, not that time. You be crying so much. And Cisco felt some kind of way. And I would have too, because I don't even know you. You throwing shots at me. That ain't what I'm here for. And so Cisco instantly got on the defense, but he's like, that ain't what I'm here for. It's supposed to be a cool evening or whatnot. So he, like, you know what? I'm over this shit. He get up and he leave. Tierra then crying, and she drunk. She's clearly intoxicated, and she's upset with her friends. Like, why would y'all do that? He was supposed to be meeting y'all. And they like, well, girl, we're going to be here for you. We your friends forever and ever. So, that's kind of what it is. But go get your man. We're going to be here for you regardless. But she's so drunk, she couldn't get up and go out there at first. Which is crazy. She eventually does go out there. She's talking to him. And he's like, look, I wasn't here for that. I'm saying? I'm trying to be here for you. And she talking to him, but she ain't making no sense because she drunk. And he looking at her like, why you not making any sense? And then she's like, I almost fell. And he like, but you didn't fall. But I almost fell. But you didn't. She was drunk. Talking to a drunk is pointless because they not coherent. And he like, look, I got this Uber coming. Is you coming with me or you going here? Well, I'm going with you. And as they're walking, she's stumbling walking. A drunk ain't shit. Like, at all. So, that was basically the whole episode. So, like I said, it was good, it was bad, it was stupid, it was cool. But, I hope the next episode is better. I think it will be, though. So, this is my review for Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, Season 4, Episode 3. Until next time, people. Peace.